Hello, how are you today? Today I'm going to share about affirmation. Affirmation is really important once you have the goals, once you know what you want as your goals, then you have to have a written goals on the card and then you have to make the statement in written and then you have to affirm it. So we're going to learn about the affirmation. So what is affirmation and what to do with affirmation and how to write down the affirmation. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. Stay with me at the end and definitely this is going to benefit you. And let me share the slides with you and then we start with the affirmation. So let's start with the affirmation, how that works. Just 1 second. Okay. The affirmation. What is affirmations and how to write? So affirmation is something written on the piece of paper as a statement and around your goals. So, whatever your goals are, business goals, personal goals, or profession goals, and you have to write down the statement of your goals, something you wanted to achieve, something you wanted to affirm every single day around your goals. So example, I can give my testimonial as example. I am consulting all around the world, and my goal is helping all around the world, whatever I have learned. And that is the statement going to be on my goal card. So whatever your statement gonna be, everybody's statement is gonna be different. It can be your personal goals or professional goals. So if you have the professional goals around your business, and then you can make a small statement written in the making a affirmation written in the statement we call a state affirmation. So let's start learning about more on us on affirmation. So affirmations, what is affirmations and how to write. So that's what we're going to learn today. So you are affirming written statement to yourself. So affirmation, first you have to write them, whatever your statement is around your business goal or your personal goals. So make one statement and written in on the piece of paper, and then you have to write it down, and then and set statement of yourself as your goals. So first you have to have a goals, and around your goals, your personal goals, profession goals, you have to take one statement you would like to achieve your goals, and then must be written on that piece of paper, and that statement is whatever the statements is around your goals. Okay, so that is going to be an affirmation. Writing goes in affirmation. So how we can write goals in affirmation? So we have to know how to write the statement around the goals we wanted to achieve. You have to take one or two goals in written statement and how to write it down. Let's find about how to write down the affirmation around your goals. So we have to know how to write it down. Okay, how to write affirmations, writing affirmations. So let's start learning how to write them down. Write in a present sentence that already happened. So example, my goal is helping all around the world with what I have learned. Say example, universal laws. My goal is uh, share this information all around the world uh, with the working with the universal laws and all around the world. So my goal is I want to share the information I have learned around the universal laws, and I wanted to share it and help others. So I'm writing in a present tense, and my affirmation gonna be on that statement written on the piece of paper. So around my business goal. So your goals can be your personal goals. Person can be your health or your money or something you want, and you can make one statement, one or two statements in a written statement in a present tense is already achieved. So the way you have to write it down, you have achieved it already. So this is the way you're going to write it down. So let's start with how you're going to write it down, your statement. Okay, so you have to start with I am. That means you are. So you have to make it clearly to the universe world. That's what you want. I am so happy and grateful now that. So why we have to write down happy and grateful? Because if you are more happy and you're more grateful, and you're going to, according to the laws, what you give be received. And if you're happy, you're giving to the universe, and you are grateful and you are giving to the universe, you are grateful, and that is what's going to return back. And then you have to write down the statement, I am so happy and grateful now that. You have to fill that statement, your goal can be your personal goal or your profession goals. So now I'm going to give my example. I am so happy and grateful now that I am sharing the information I have learned all around the world, sharing the information, universal laws with others all around the world. It's everything in the present, and I'm so grateful for doing that. And people are really grateful for the information I'm sharing. So you can make it a small statement. You don't have to make it that big. You can say, I'm so happy and grateful not that, whatever your business goal, and you don't have to write it on really big statement. Smaller is better because then you can write it down, because it's not too big statement, because then we have to affirm it and then we have to write it down. So it's better to write down as long as is uh, you are grateful, you are happy, whatever you're doing, and you're sharing with others.